I wanted to give a quick upfront frame on how to approach this week's work. What I'm asking you to do is take a look at your user-friendly budget and run through an Excel exercise, and I have that in a separate link. But then I also want you to look at this idea of a revaluation, and I want you to get familiar with some key terms and dig a little bit into your city's sort of assessment maintenance picture. And I'll get into that term assessment maintenance in a moment. The key thing to do is watch this video first. It's aimed to be a very general primer on this topic. And I created this to sort of give someone new to this topic sort of a survey or high level view of what is revaluation. Then what I want you to do is I want you to use the New Jersey Assessor's Handbook. And you're going to see that I'm calling your attention to key terms that are located on particular page numbers. This is a very long document. It's about 750 pages. And I definitely don't want you feeling like you need to read it all. In fact, I don't want you feeling like you need to read it as a textbook. Look at this more like a reference book or a reference text. And I want you to note some key things. So let me just give an example. So assessment maintenance is on pages 591 to 596. So you'll come up here, you'll type in 591, and you'll go straight to the idea of assessment maintenance. Now, assessment maintenance, I'll just say up front as part of this video, is the city's action that it takes to update the assessed values in the tax office to be equal to the current market values. This document goes through it, and it's aimed at an assessor. So this document is a technical document aimed at New Jersey assessors, but it's highly accessible, I think, for lay people. The key thing, of course, is you must sort of ground yourself in some of the key terms, and that's why, as part of your work this week, I have another sort of section for the glossary, because there is a lot of terminology here, and I want you to take your time with that terminology. What I'm going to ask you to look at is assessment maintenance. I want you to look at why do we have to reassess or revalue? What is something called an assessment sales ratio and a coefficient of deviation? And what's the county equalization process? Meaning, why do we have to have market values and assessed values at the same time, and why do we have to understand this linkage between the two? So this New Jersey Assessor's Handbook goes through some of these concepts. So as you're going through this, I want you to keep in touch with questions. If anything is at all unclear, please reach out, and I am always happy to make an on-screen video tutorial to kind of dive deeper into any areas that are, maybe like you feel are inaccessible, or maybe if something is confusing, or if something needs a little bit more explanation on my part, okay? Now your case study is going to be available here. You'll see it here. You'll just click into it, and you'll click on the little paper clip once it comes up, and you'll be able to access the Google Doc that will take you through some questions. And what you can do here is you can kind of attack this in a manner that is, that works for you. So you can sort of answer the questions here, or you can, sort of like put this into a paragraph form. I want you to make this as sort of as easy as possible for you all to address the prompts. The key here is really to dig into your town and city, understand some of this key terminology related to your tax base and the idea of assessment maintenance. Thank you.